My name is Elle Woods, and I'm from Beverly Hills, where all you need to survive is a Volkswagen convertible, a good dermatologist, and a flea dip every 6 months. Right, Bruiser? But here at Harvard Law School, it's different. To make it here, you need complete focus, unwavering discipline, and, oh yeah, the perfect outfit. On this perfect day, nothing's standing in my way. Perfect day, when nothing can go wrong. It's the perfect day. Tomorrow's gonna come too soon. Hi! Isn't this a great old building? Back home in LA, the closest thing we have to an historical landmark is the Playboy Mansion. So, do you know anything about the apartment?
It's available to Harvard Law students only.
Oh. Goody. Nothing's standing in my way. When nothing can go wrong. What a serious coincidence. We never introduced ourselves. I'm Elle Woods. So, are you looking forward to constitutional law? I think it will be challenging, but totally fun. What do you think?
I think you and Toto should click your heels and hurry back to La La Land before the wizard gives away that brain he promised you.
See? Didn't I tell you? Totally fine.
All right. What can you tell us about the First Amendment and Jordan versus Rampart Brewing? Elle Woods!
Oh, yes. Hi. The plaintiff, Benjamin Jordan.
Keaton Westcott.
The plaintiff, Benjamin Jordan, claimed that his right to free speech had been violated when he was fired for quoting dialogue from the television program Seinfeld.
I knew that.
Ah, yes. But last night, I went to see A Midsummer Night's Dream at the New Rep. Now, if I quote Puck right now, does the Dean of Harvard Law have the right to dismiss me?
No, he does not.
Actually, yes, he does.
Would you be rid of me so soon, Miss Woods? We were just getting acquainted.
No. But, Professor Abbott, wouldn't it depend if the Shakespeare passage you quoted was sexually explicit? If it was, it might offend a student, thereby creating an overtly hostile environment, not conducive to the study of law.
Are you easily offended, Miss Woods?
Please. One time, the maitre d' at Mr. Chow's mistook me for Tori Spelling. But I didn't take offense. I just pointed to my name on the reservation list and waited for my table like a pro. A pro with her own nose and, in my opinion, even though she won't admit to it, boobs.
Well, I'm glad to hear you have such a thick skin. All right. This Thursday, we'll see our first mock trial. Please convey your deepest sympathies to the following 4 students. They are the canaries in our coal mine. Elle Woods and Mason Crum for the defendants. Oscar Behringer and Keaton Westcott for the plaintiffs.
Bye-bye.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past.
Excuse me. I was wondering if you knew anything about the apartment.
Oh, it's the eye patch, isn't it? I could take it off, but some girls get a little squeamish at the exposed socket.
I held my best friend Kelly's hand while she was getting lipo. I can handle it.
All right, look, I'm wearing it to strengthen my weaker eye. I'm going to be up on the roof tonight with my telescope, checking out Jupiter's salmon spot.
So you're an astronomer?
I am tonight.
I liked it better as a pirate, didn't you? Sorry about that. I do that a lot.
What you listening to?
I'm no angel.
You're listening to Dido? I just adore Dido.
Tell Casey that he hates Dido.
I don't hate Dido, I prefer jazz. I'm a purist.
He's an old fart. So, young lady, what can I get you?
Nothing yet, but if I get the apartment across the street, I'll be in here all the time. Anyway, I was wondering if you knew anything about the apartment. I've called the number 4 times and nobody's answered. Oh, my name's Elle Woods. I'm a law student at Harvard.
My name is Henry Whitehouse. That's my grandson, Casey. And what I know is the landlady of that particular brownstone is slightly deaf. She was probably there when you called. She just didn't hear the phone.
She probably had Dido cranked up.
Why don't I send Casey over there with a delivery? You can tag along.
You'd do that for me?
You're a Dido fan.
That's the greatest picture that I have ever seen. So I stole it for myself so you could see just what I mean. I got the strength to live, but I got time.
I love it! I need it!
She loves it. She needs it.
Now, I'm only showing you this because I know they'll go away in a minute. Otherwise, it'd be kind of ooky. But look. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Now, Miss Woods, I wish I had been near the phone when you rang earlier, but there is a previous applicant with wonderful references who's returning for an interview this afternoon.
Oh! Shoot, 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 shoot!
Shoot.
You know, Mrs. Tolson, I have some pretty wonderful references myself.
Oh?
I'm on a first-name basis with Tom Hanks. I call him Tom.
How nice.
Oh, and Mark Wahlberg swam in my pool. Marky Mark. Like she didn't see Boogie Nights.
Whatever, okay? You know, when she took your application, you're getting an interview.
Yeah, but I wonder who the other applicant is.
Mrs. Tellison, it is so refreshing to meet someone that's dedicated to maintaining the integrity of Boston's federal architecture. Brava, really.
4 years at Gamma Gamma Newhouse, which is kind of like living on your own, except with 23 other totally supportive sorority sisters.
There have been Westcotts at Harvard Law School since 1817, but I'm the first woman.
I'm the first Aquarius in my family in 3 generations.
I would also be the perfect tenant because I'm extremely quiet.
I give the best parties, tons of guys. Are you seeing anyone?
I have wanted to be a lawyer for as long as I can remember. When other kids would play doctor, I'd sue them for malpractice.
Bruiser is just crazy for hardwood floors.
All I do is study.
He likes to take a good running start
No radio, no boyfriend,
and just whoosh!
no pets.
See? He'll be fine. All right, 2 days until the mock trial. Let's get started.
Kennedy Prep. Did they have the right to kick the plaintiff, Marcus Judd, off the girls' field hockey team?
Well, Marcus is 6'3", 220 pounds. Sounds like he had an unfair advantage over his female teammates.
You don't have to be a girl to be a member of the girls' field hockey team. You just have to abide by the rules.
And comply with the dress code for girls' field hockey, which says that every member of the team has to wear a school tie, knee socks, and one of those adorable little pleated skirts.
You played girls' field hockey.
Please. I get the Abercrombie and Fitch catalog.
I didn't want to stop, you know. I wanted to get naked. Right here for you.
But our love is private. I don't want to share you with the world.
Just give me one chance to wine and dine you. One. If you still find me repulsive, I will put on my pants and go home.
Hello, Mason.
Keaton?
Still having fun at Harvard, Al?
She could be having more.
Actually, Keaton, I'm having a monster amount of fun here. I just joined the Harvard Film Society, and this weekend they're showing Pretty Woman, the director's cut. Want to come with?
Sure. I'll put it on my list of things to do, right after Blind Myself. Anyway, I just came over to offer you the benefit of my research. Turns out there are 15 circuit court rulings in cases similar to ours. 12 in favor of the male athlete, my client.
Mason and I are well aware of those rulings, and we were pretty worried until we realized the lawyers we're up against are, you.
How did you ever get into Harvard? Is there some new affirmative action program for empty-headed bleach blondes who toss their hair and giggle to get whatever they want?
Okay, first of all, I'm a natural blonde with highlights, and I would never...
Look, Elle, I spent all last summer interning at the most prestigious litigation firm in Boston. I know how to handle myself in a courtroom. I have watched and learned from the best.
Well, it's not like I'm a novice when it comes to the law. I've been caught jaywalking in front of Neiman's at least a dozen times and have never once gotten a ticket. I can make a very persuasive argument.
Every time someone like you bends over to tie your pink saddle shoes, you lower the bar for every woman who ever hopes to be taken seriously as an attorney.
Saddle shoes are so over.
I suggest you withdraw your application for that apartment. You will not be here long enough to sign a lease.
Casey, what if Keaton's right? What if I'm screwed before we even get to court? Keaton's client is a 6'3", 220-pound guy who has no business playing girls' field hockey. But she seems so sure she's gonna win. She's insanely confident.
Well, maybe you need to do something drastic. Something to throw Keaton off her game.
Like what?
You could sneak into her closet and replace all her black clothes with fun, colorful outfits. That'd shake her up.
Oh my gosh, Casey. I just got the most brilliant idea.
Miss Woods, I'm afraid the court can't wait any longer.
I understand, Your Honor, and the defense is prepared to proceed without Mr. Crum.
Very well. Marcus Judd versus the Kennedy Prep girls field hockey team. Ms. Westcott.
Keaton Westcott for the plaintiff.
I apologize, Your Honor. I was delayed by campus security. Something about not looking anything like my ID.
Take a load off, Mr. Crum.
Girls against boys, boys against the girls. Girls against boys, hell rule the world. Girls against boys, boys against the girls. Girls against boys, hell rule the world. Girls against boys, boys against the girls. Imagine a world where the girls rule the earth.
Shall we begin again, Miss Westcott? Miss Westcott?
Yes, Your Keaton. Keaton Winthrop for the Woods. For the defense. Keaton Westcott for the
Plaintiff.
plaintiff.
Girls against boys, boys against the girls.
I rest my case. Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Woods, you're closing.
My roommate at cheerleading camp was a girl named Allison Bachner. Allison was super sweet, super positive, and super fired up. But in 1997, during state cheerleading finals, while our biggest rival was executing a very difficult 9-girl pyramid, Allison shouted, "Dismount!" 3 of the 9 girls tucked their torsos, causing the pyramid to crumble, resulting in 4 fractured ankles, 2 broken collarbones.
Miss Woods, I urge you to get to the point. My nicotine patch is wearing off.
Right. Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, who taught in this very classroom, said a man cannot falsely shout fire and cause a panic in a crowded theater because a man's constitutional right to free speech does not justify getting people hurt. Ex-cheerleader Allison Bachner exercised her constitutional right when she shouted dismount. And Marcus Judd exercised his constitutional right when he stepped on the field to play hockey with girls half his size. But if we look the other way, if we make no exceptions to these rights, don't we tacitly justify getting people hurt? I'm afraid Justice Holmes brought something to constitutional adjudication that Miss Westcott is missing. A concern for others. Shocking.
Compelling arguments on both sides. However, I am not persuaded that the potential harm to the girls who play field hockey outweighs the constitutional imperative of equal access. Therefore, I find for the appellant, Marcus Judd. Congratulations, Miss Westcott and Mr. Bellinger.
It's a tough one, kid, losing your first case. Wouldn't let it get you down. Do you know how many things Mrs. Paul tried to make sticks out of before she landed on fish?
Oh, hello, Casey.
Hello, Mrs. Tolleson.
Hi, Mrs. Tolleson.
Elle, hello. This is fortuitous. I plan to call you this evening.
She got the apartment?
Actually...
If I didn't, I completely understand. I mean, Keaton would be the logical choice. She's from the neighborhood. She fits in. She's...
You got the apartment.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Elle, Keaton Westcott may have been the logical choice, but she has all this supportive, close-knit family right here on Beacon Hill. You're on your own, and that makes you the sentimental choice. Besides the fact that before I had all this white hair, I was a blonde.
I knew you were a blonde at heart.
Mother, I really don't care what Prussia Cabot says. If she wants to tell everyone on Beacon Hill that I dress like a pilgrim, then so be it.
It's those ridiculous buckles on your shoes, or that collar, and I wish you'd do something with your hair.
You're right. I've been busy focusing on law school when I should have been worrying about whether or not my pumps match my purse.
Don't you think it's time you gave up on this law nonsense?
Mother, we have been down this road before.
Oh! Amanda Birch called. The deadline for the Junior League application is next Friday. She still has not received yours.
Mother, when am I going to be able to make it clear to you that this society stuff just isn't for me? I don't want to spend my life attending galas and fundraisers and sticking little flags into our neighbors' window boxes on the 4th of July.
As a Westcott, we count 2 senators, 3 state Supreme Court justices, and a U.S. Attorney General among our ancestors. And the simple truth is, Keaton, you are never going to quite measure up, and I just wish you could come to terms with that. While you're still reasonably pretty.
I'm moving out of the house, Mother.
I will not support you.
Of course not. Why would you start now?
Keaton!
Elle, what are you doing here? You got the apartment.
Actually, yes, I did. But I'm sure you'll find another one.
I doubt it.
Anyway, I never got a chance to tell you congratulations on winning the case today.
Well, Oscar and I had precedent, and yours certainly wasn't the worst argument I've ever heard.
It was nice of you to say that. Listen, if you ever need a place to crash, you know, till you get your own apartment.
Elle, my parents own a massive brownstone a block from here. Why would I ever need to
Right. I forgot. You know, those are really cute shoes.
I've got to get sober.
sweet of you to help.
That's all right. I'm a professional mover.
Well, you are tonight. So is that everything?
Well, there's still a pink sort of cushiony thing down on the curb. It could be Little Miss Muffet's tuffet. But it's not. I'll get it.
Oh, no, I'll go get it.
I'm only staying for 2 weeks. My mother is having the house painted, the top 2 floors. And my bedroom is on one of them, so...
Sure. The fumes.
This is so temporary.
It's a lot of luggage for 2 weeks.
Casey, why don't you go get my tuffet? I get the room with the view of the Charles.
You can't play your music after 11 unless you wear headphones. Oh, and if you stay out late setting, don't expect me to walk that thing.
You would be lucky to walk him, and that thing has a name. It's Bruiser.
And since there's only one bathroom, we should really work out some sort of schedule.
I already did. You can use it when I'm not in there. Come on, that was funny. This is going to be the funnest year